Welcome back, everyone. Hope y'all had a fantastic weekend. And wow, what a day in the markets.
Absolutely wild.
Big recovery day after a big sell-off from last Friday. Truly incredible times in the markets. You're watching the Grok Trade stock market summary series, and we're going to get into the markets, the economy, and we'll wrap up with crypto and metals.
Yep, got a lot to cover.
But before we get into it, you know what to do. Hit that like button. It doesn't cost a thing, but helps us out a lot. And click that subscribe while you're at it so you never miss a beat.
You can always change your mind later.
Exactly. As you guys know, none of this is buying or selling advice. We're just here to provide some market commentary and, training education. All right, you're here for the no-fluff summary of the markets. So with no further ado, let's get into it. So today was a real test for the market's resilience, wasn't it?
It really was.
A powerful, broad rebound. Truly clawing back much of Friday's sharp sell-off. It felt like the market decided to put on its running shoes.
It certainly did. And what's fascinating here is the conviction behind this bounce. Looking at the key index performance for today, August 4th. Well, the S&P 500, SPY, climbed 1.52%.
Okay.
And it managed to close within that gap window from Friday. So effectively filling the void left by that sharp open. That's often a sign of underlying strength.
Right, filling the gap.
Yeah. The NASDAQ QQQ surged even more, up 1.85%, really highlighting tech's resilience, which we've been anticipating.
You have been watching that.
The Dow, DIA, wasn't far behind, gained 1.4%, inching closer to those record highs from last week. But the real standout, the Russell 2000, IWM.
Oh, yeah. What did it do?
Outperformed everyone with a 2.24% jump. Importantly, it reclaimed ground above its 200-day moving average, a really widely watched indicator for the long-term trend after dipping below yesterday.
That's significant. And speaking of critical levels, Tesla, TSLA, held firm today. It stayed precisely above that symmetrical triangle support trend line we flagged yesterday.
It held it perfectly.
What does it really mean when, institutional money seems to respect a technical level like that so consistently?
Well, that's where the real insight lies, right? When a stock like TSLA holds a defined technical level, that triangle support, especially after a market sell-off, it indicates a strong consensus among the larger players.
Like a floor.
Exactly. A solid floor. It suggests conviction, not just some random bounce. And for traders, well, it means watching for a potential breakout becomes a much higher conviction setup.
Makes sense.
This kind of precise analysis, understanding not just what happened, but why it matters for future moves. That's something we really focus on teaching in Grok Trade's mentorship program.
Right. What else stood out today in the market?
Let's see. Affirm Holdings, AFRM, was a true standout, jumped over 12%.
Wow, 12%?
Yeah, and it wasn't random. It's like a textbook coiled spring pattern. It had been coiling, building energy for weeks, and then boom, explosive break, signals a real shift.
Interesting. Pent-up energy released.
Yeah, and this aligns perfectly with the broader sector performance. Tech, XLK, led the charge, up over 2%. Meanwhile, energy, XLE, was the only sector in the red. Pretty consistent with what we saw Friday.
Interesting. Okay. Beyond the individual stocks, let's zoom out a bit to the broader economic picture. Today's data calendar was pretty light, but the market was definitely moving.
Indeed. And today's action feels like the market is still, digesting Friday's weaker non-farm payrolls report.
73K number, yeah.
Right. 73,000 against a forecast of 110,000. That really fueled expectations for Federal Reserve rate cuts.
You could feel that shift.
Oh, yeah. And you can see that shift in sentiment reflected in the VIX, the market's fear gauge.
Yeah.
Dropped nearly 14% today.
Wow, big drop.
Huge. Fell below that 20-level threshold we mentioned yesterday, was signaling high volatility. It really reflects a calming of market nerves, like traders are breathing a little easier.
Definitely feels that way. As always, guys, if you've got a stock you're watching or maybe a question about the markets, drop it in the comments. We might cover it in an upcoming episode. Now, let's shift gears a bit, maybe talk crypto and metals.
Sure. So Bitcoin, BTC, edged up today, but just modestly, about 0.63%.
Okay, a little green.
A little green. It's a recovery. But remember, it did fail its bull flag pattern last week, which we highlighted. Understanding these critical levels for risk management, that's something we emphasize heavily in the Grok Trade mentorship guidance.
Got it. What about gold and silver?
Gold, GLD, added 0.58%. It's holding strong in the upper half of its consolidation range, staying above both its 20 and 50-day moving averages. Looks pretty stable. And silver, SLV, rose 1.16%, continuing its climb from its 50-day moving average. That's a move we've been tracking for potential breakout setups. Still looking interesting there.
Good stuff. For those of you serious about mastering these market dynamics, our mentorship program really empowers you to capitalize on days exactly like today.
Yeah, it's about having a plan.
It offers hands-on coaching to help you master setups like TSLA's triangle support. We teach you not just to spot these opportunities, but how to act on them with confidence.
And look, this is a serious program that delivers real results. We equip you with robust risk management strategies, provide support. It's about navigating these volatile swings with precision and real confidence.
Building consistency in.
Exactly, a consistent approach, not just, chasing quick trades.
So to summarize today, a strong market bounce, really a bullish response to Friday's sell-off. With TSLA's trendline defense and tech leading the way, it's certainly setting the stage for some key moves ahead.
Definitely feels that way.
Wish you a great rest of the day, and we'll catch you in tomorrow's market summary.